You're listening to Native Arts Fest, a series that celebrates the vibrant Native arts community in Minnesota.
Minogijik nindishna kas makwa nindudem waswagening in Dunchaba Ojibwe Anishinaabe in Dow. My name is Wayne Valliere, and my native name is Good Sky. My family is the Bear, and I'm from Lake of the Torch, or Lac du Flambeau, Wisconsin.
Wayne Valliere is an artist and educator. He's been teaching at Lac du Flambeau Public Schools in Wisconsin since the year 2000. He's considered himself an artist for as long as he can remember. And he's always been looking for knowledge about Ojibwe culture.
For a long time, from my earliest childhood memories, I've always been in a quest for Anishinaabe Gikendaswin, in a quest for knowledge. Starting as a small child from my grandparents and my parents and the elders my parents hung out with when I was a small child, always talking about native culture and native values. And
he said he learned by watching his elders. He remembers being young and going to fish camps, rice camps, and hunting camps in the fall. Valliere is recognized for the cradle boards and canoes he makes by hand. In 2015 and 2016, he was honored with a Community Spirit Award from the First Peoples Fund.
Was given some time back. I was given some tobacco and asked a proper way to come over here and share cradle board making. And I do the Ojibwe style cradle board with the complex bends on the headboard. And putting it together with no screws or glue or anything like that. Putting it together the old way with Wawaskeshiwayan with rawhide the old way.
Valliere said it took him a long time to learn how to make a cradle board. He explained, you just can't use any kind of wood. You have to understand how to bend it and the tolerance each kind of wood has. He's used cradle boards for his children, all 8 of them. He was in a cradle board too, and he says his grandparents also used cradle boards. He enjoys teaching kids how to make them and young parents too.
The reason I decided to accept the tobacco and I travel around Anishinaabe country and get asked here and there to share some of that. So, so that we don't forget, so we don't lose that Gikendasu and that knowledge on how to make those traditional boards.
In addition to teaching, Valliere also knows the history behind cradle boards.
Well, one of the first receptacles were actually wigwas made out of birch bark. Our Ekwewag, the Winnebuju was actually put into a wigwas stickanoggin, a cradle board that was made out of birch bark, and that was used for a long time. And then nobody knows how old the wooden stickanoggin is, but I think it would be safe to say it probably came to us, somewhere around the 1700s when we started to trade various cloths with the Europeans. And then we traded velvet and beads and started to do beadwork and quill work and making those beautiful wraps. So I think it probably originated around that time.
Valliere says if you want to make a cradle board, just look to some of the historical photos taken about how different tribes all over the Great Lakes area made them.
Some of the old archaic photos of cradle boards are out there in different historical societies. Look at those photos. Look at those sizes.
Cradle boards weren't just a way for parents to carry their babies. It was also a way for children to learn. It's better than a crib or a playpen.
Not in Dickenoggin. When Mom would put baby in Dickenoggin, that wherever she went, baby went with her. And when she was working, she would lean baby up against a tree or against something, and baby would be watching everybody doing the work, listening to the stories, listening to the laughter. So our children, they learn quickly that way in Dickenoggin.
For KBFT, I'm Allison Herrera. Native Arts Fest is brought to you by the Nut Lake Radio Project and the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.